Hi everyone, I'm making pancakes, which I will need for lunch. Today I'm making stuffed pancakes with cottage cheese and spinach, one of my absolute favorite lunch options. It's a beautiful, slow Sunday, and I really have to say, I had such a lazy morning. I was sipping coffee in bed, looking throughout the balcony doors, noticing the snow slowly disappearing from the mountains day by day. And the plants I planted on my balcony back in fall are starting to turn green again. It's one of those days when time feels like it stands still, and you simply surrender to the rhythm your body and mind set for you, without any kind of outside disturbance. Of course, I always have to treat myself to at least one pancake with strawberry jam. It's my favorite jam of all, although honestly, pancakes with any kind of jam are delicious. For today's lunch, beside the stuffed pancakes with cottage cheese and spinach, I'll also be making a salad and tomato soup. But first, I'll put together the pancakes. And while they are baking, I'll prepare the rest. I'm chopping into a small strips some leek, which I'll add to the filling for the pancakes. And I'll also use some of it in the salad later. I added one egg, then the cottage cheese. For a moment, I actually thought I might not use the whole thing, but in the end, I decided to just add it all. And it's a good thing I did, because there was just enough filling. I'm going to use spinach I took from my freezer. I'll just chop it up a bit. This spinach is from my own garden, and I keep it stored in the freezer. I just blanch fresh spinach a little, drain it well, and freeze it in portions. It's so convenient for meals like this, and it's also very good for soups and sauces. While mixing, this filling felt a little too dry, so I added one egg. For seasoning, I added oregano, basil, nutmeg, pepper, salt, and garlic. Oh, and I almost forgot to put in the parmesan. I filled the pancakes and placed them into a buttered baking dish. I grated a little more parmesan on top, put them in the oven, and baked them for 20 minutes at 180 degrees. I already have some tomato soup prepared from tomatoes from my garden. I'm just going to add some garlic, which I'll saute in a little olive oil. The soup is already sweetened and salted, which helps preserve it throughout the winter. I'll just add some oregano, basil, and a bit of homemade chili sauce. My partner makes this chili sauce every other year, and this year happens to be the year when we planted chilies again. And for us, tomato soup just isn't real tomato soup without chili sauce. The last thing to make is the salad. The main ingredients are cabbage and kale. First, I'm going to season the kale and squeeze it with my fingers to soften it. Then I'll let it rest for a moment while I'll prepare the other things that's going into the salad. I had already shredded the cabbage a few days ago. That's the nice thing about cabbage. It can stay shredded in the fridge for several days. So I can prep it once and use it for multiple days, which saves me time during the week. I'll also divide the leek I chopped earlier and add the prepared kale. The other ingredients are chickpeas, corn, carrot, white cheese, olives, and tuna. In the end, I'll just add a little olive oil, apple cider vinegar and salt. I'm going to take the canvas I currently have hanging behind the sofa into my studio, because I want to make a few changes so it will fit the living room better. I'm planning to create a different texture, and I'll definitely remove some of the parts in the center. I just hope they will come off the canvas easily. I'm not doing this today, so I'll show the makeover in my next video. It's Monday, and I've just finished work. On my way home, I'm stopping by the store to buy a few plants, and I'm also hoping I'll be able to get some seeds I ran out of. My main goal is actually to buy laurel, because I'm planning to place them in a few spots across my 2 balconies for a little more privacy. And I'm almost completely sure I'll come home with at least one flower pot too. I just can't help it. I absolutely love flowers. I always hope that maybe the plant I bring home will finally survive the hard conditions on my balconies. It's not that the weather conditions are terrible, or that I don't take care of them properly, but the pests that appears on some plants are so persistent. No matter what I do, the plant simply doesn't survive in the end. So I really have to choose carefully what I can bring on my balconies and what not. Every year, I just can't wait for the warm days to arrive, so I can start arranging my balconies again. I have one balcony on each side of the apartment. They are narrow, but long. They are my favorite place to have coffee on warm weekends. My partner and I often have breakfast or lunch on one of the balconies. I have pots of herbs here, along with other decorative plants. This year, I'm even going to try growing some vegetable in pots on my balcony. It's not that I need it, since I have the kitchen garden outside, but I always wanted to try it. I have quite a few balcony projects planned this year, and I'm really looking forward to. I definitely prefer plants in pots over flowers in a vase. Potted flowers just last so much longer than cut flowers do. But sometimes, I like to buy a beautiful bouquet or cut a few flowers from the flower beds outside. They instantly make a space feel prettier, more alive, and full of colors. And every year, I always want to bring spring into the apartment as much as I can. It's my happy season, especially after the long dark days of winter. Don't get me wrong, I love winter, especially December. I even find January pleasant, It has a dreamy, very slow feeling to it. And it's the month when I have the most time for myself and for doing things at home that I really enjoy. That kind of feelings often carries into February as well. But when March arrives, I'm already looking forward to spring. And by April, everything is already in full swing. I can hardly wait for my kitchen garden and for the delicious meals it will bring to the table. Every year I grow most of my vegetable from seeds, and in order for the seedlings to be ready for the garden in time, I have to sow certain seeds as early as January and February. These are the kinds of tasks that make me happy and help me relax. It feels like meditation, only better. I watch the tiny plants grow, and I can't really put into words how satisfying this is for me. I also really enjoy placing spring flowers in pots around the apartment. They are a lovely reminder that warmer days are coming, and I'll be sitting on the balcony again with the doors wide open and a cup of coffee in my hand, soaking up the gentle warmth of the spring sun. But with all the plants I have on the balcony, it also comes the responsibility of taking care of them every year, tidying them up, repotting them, adding fresh soil, and trimming whatever needs to be trimmed. I love turning balconies into a cozy little corner to relax in, but I'll definitely do that on a warm, sunny day. My recent evening skincare routine is slowly coming to an end. I'm planning to introduce some new products once I finish these two creams that were prescribed by my dermatologist. One of them is retinol, and the other is a brightening cream. I don't use them together because they are not compatible, so I'll use one every other day. I have hyperpigmentation, and unfortunately, it seems to be getting worse every year. My dermatologist and I are trying to at least keep it under control, if not improve it over time. I've been using SPF 50 every single day for years now, but unfortunately, in my case, sunscreen alone just isn't enough. Looks like I'll have to make a summer hat and a cap part of my style. So that's my evening skincare routine for now. Thank you for being here with me. Have a lovely day and see you in my next one. Bye!